I do want to get back in case there is any final remark you'd like to share with our attendees. A quick word from each of you. We want to thank David Sharp for being with us, Foster Johnson, Vincent Gentile. David, any thoughts from you?
Sure. I just believe that to sum all this up, knowledge is key, and an ounce of prevention goes a really long way. And being thoughtful about your contracts at the early stage, not treating them as boilerplate, but really understanding that there are severe implications that could impact your expectations. So do it right at the beginning, make it clear, understand what jurisdiction you're in, because that's going to matter. And then you should turn out things as best they possibly can when things go wrong, and they often do.
Thank you so much, David Sharp. Foster, any last words?
Well, I think I would just like to reiterate a point that David made earlier in this presentation, which is, unfortunately, regardless of what state you're in, what jurisdiction you're in, the law is constantly changing about how courts think about limitation of liability clauses, how they think about no reliance clauses, how they think about indemnity clauses. And unfortunately, because the law is constantly shifting, it is important when you're drafting one of these agreements to, if it's at all possible, to have a litigator who's going to be more familiar with the recent litigation trends, to take a look at some of these key clauses so that you can make sure that the limitation of liability clause you're drafting is actually going to be enforceable and is going to accomplish, whatever the purposes of your client are, and putting it into the contract.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Foster Johnson. Vincent, in just a few moments we have, any thoughts?
Thanks, Elizabeth. First, on proving loss of profits, whether it's from a new business or in the case of the destruction of an existing business, you need to be aware there are different and sometimes inconsistent rationale that courts give. So make sure you engage the right expert who can support your damage arguments. And in UCC disputes, remember that in many cases, the outcome will depend on which party best controls the narrative or can shape the facts to fit into the relevant UCC provisions.